As sensitive people, we tend to try to avoid violent media and situations that are overwhelming or upsetting. But again, as a high sensation seeker, I can tell you this does not fit for me. Now, like I said earlier, I don't watch super, super dark or depraved things. I have a line. I like true crime. But when I watch true crime, my system isn't so much picking up the tragedy of it. I'm very highly attuned and aware of the resiliency of all the people around that crime, even when it is a murder. I get a lot of juice for life out of seeing, wow, that's how that mother who lost their child, that's how they went on. I get a lot of strength from that. That might sound dark to people who are purely highly sensitive and not high sensation seeking. And that's something inside of our tribe that we could do well to understand. Sometimes high sensation seekers get shamed by the non-high sensation seekers in our tribe. Like, oh no, something must be wrong with you if you like something like true crime. You can't possibly be sensitive if you like to be scared. I really love haunted houses too. So if we're more aware of this as a community, we don't have to do this to each other. And if you have someone in your life, even someone that you know is sensitive, that does that to you about your high sensation seeking, take care of yourself around that. Don't take it personally. It can be really confusing to figure out our high sensation seeking within ourselves. And then how to talk about it with other people is like a next level of self-understanding and expansion. We get to embrace our opposites. I don't much like the wind on my skin, though I have been working with my sensitivity to be able to build up more tolerance of wind on my skin because I live now in a windy area. But also, I've loved jumping out of an airplane. I am trying to see if my husband will have that experience with me. For him, and right now, it's still a hard no. That makes no sense on paper. It's why our psychology, our sensory system, so anti-logical sometimes. And I don't want anyone in our tribe to feel crazy trying to make sense of these pulls into these oppositional forces that don't make logical sense. Invite a balance here. I push it with certain things and pull back from others. I am highly aware in how I live day to day. It's my lifestyle to have balance in the forefront, balance of all factors, not in an obsessive paranoid way, but in a grounded, calm, permission-giving way that helps me take care of myself. When I backpack in the mountains, which means I carry a 38 to 50 pound bag on my back and go anywhere from 5 to 7 miles in a first day at higher altitudes than I'm used to living, even though I live at almost 9,000 feet now. It's hard. It's grueling. What balances me is that I'm in nature that restores me. So the pack and the effort depletes me, but in a good, accomplished way of working my body out. What balances that bodily exertion is the spiritual restoration that I get from nature, from sleeping under the stars, from being far away from humanity, because I'm sleeping in a place where cars can't even get to. We each come to our own unique ways to balance that work for us through trial and error. We tend to have a disrupted concentration or a disrupted mood when we're very hungry. So if we're sensitive, of course, food is going to be a big deal. Mostly what I eat now is about 80 to 90% of a lion diet of all grass-fed or humanely raised meat and seafood. And this has gotten me and my system off of the blood sugar roller coaster of a typical American diet. This has helped me tremendously to feel more grounded, less thrown by those highs and lows of food consumption. Visit patreon.com/emotionalbadass to get hundreds of hours of exclusive audio and video and join our community of badasses.